Hey everyone, Dockwell here, and in this video I'm going to be going over 5 heroes that definitely need to be nerfed in 7.38. Hopefully we're going to get next week or in the next 7 days or so. Who knows though, with Valve they might delay for another month or two because we've had this patch for a while, and I actually do like this patch. I think it's pretty balanced. You have a lot of different heroes you can play. There's no one strategy that's like super annoying, but there are some of these heroes that are getting picked a lot, have good win rates, and are getting kind of old. So I'm going to go through the 5 heroes that really need to be nerfed in the next patch. Starting off with number 5, we have Invoker, and this might be kind of a surprise one for most people, but it's a personal one for me because I honestly hate this hero, and I know that might be a little bit of a controversial take, but honestly, I don't really play the hero. I know why people like it, why people play it, but right now it's pretty good. It's not like the best hero overall or anything like that, but it is very good, and it's just super, super annoying to play against. This hero has insane damage in the lane. You feel like you can't last it, you can't deny, you just get destroyed in the lane with not too much skill involved. Like, you really just click so hard on this hero. Like, his right click damage is insane, so you just win the lane without even really trying, unless you're obviously against somebody that knows how to take advantage of Invoker's weaknesses. But then even once you get into the later portion of the game, it's just a very annoying hero to play against. The cold snap, the mana burn, the ags, which just deletes everybody in the game if there's stuns. Like, it just feels so cheesy and annoying to play against. And then also he's hitting you for like 600 right click damage and just deleting people with insane right clicks, buying things like Manta, which is super weird. I just don't like the way this hero plays right now because it combines all those annoying parts with insane right click damage. I like it better when it's like, okay, you do one thing or the other. It's not like you have every single possible thing to do in the game where your lane is insane, you have insane control and insane right click. That just feels too cheesy to me, so that's why I put Invoker at number 5. Then coming in at number 4, we have Bounty Hunter, and honestly, I really hate this hero. I liked playing this hero for a long time. In fact, I still kind of like playing the hero, but it's been so good for so long right now, and it's honestly not even that I hate playing against it. Yes, when there is a good bounty on the enemy team, it feels super, super annoying. They just snowball the game. They do infinity damage. You're always getting tracked, all that kind of stuff. But to be honest, it is one of those things where I actually hate that bounty's good because I hate when bounty is picked on my team. It's like when you get a bounty on your team, he just doesn't do anything. He just runs around tracking people, barely doing anything, barely doing any damage. He just feels completely useless. And then when he's on the other team, he's just owning. He's like playing, 4th position, but he's like another core, has the most money in the entire game. It's absurd. And it feels like that is every single game. That's probably your experience too. So that's why I want to just get this hero out of the meta so he doesn't have to be ruining my games on my team. People think, oh, I don't play 4th position. I'm doing like a role queue. I'll just pick bounty. It's easy. It's like, no, it's really not that simple. Like, it might seem straightforward, but you actually have to know how to play him on the map, how to be aggressive, where to be and all that stuff to actually take advantage of what this hero does. So you can't just like pick him randomly and feel like you're going to be good enough because he doesn't have a stun. He doesn't have any of the traditional things that 4 positions do. He's actually a unique hero. So I just hate having him on my team, honestly, more than I even hate having him on the enemy team. Then at number 3, sadly to say, we do have Spectre, and honestly, I didn't want to put this hero on the list. I kind of wanted to be like, can I, get away with not putting this hero on the list, but I couldn't really find anything else to replace it, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll put Spectre on here, because honestly, I've been spamming Spectre. I love Spectre. I probably have, like, I don't even know, 70-80% win rate on this hero in this patch. It's just such a good hero right now. If you didn't know, obviously, they switched the ult a while back, so you just have this low cooldown ult, and you just jump in all the time, stealing kills, just getting tons of kills early, and then once you get to like 4 items, the game just ends. Like, once you get to, let's say, Radiance, Manta, maybe you have a Blade Mill in there, and then like one other item, like an Orchid or Bloodthorn, or maybe even a Scotty. Like, once you get to that point in the game, and it's like 35 plus minutes, you just destroy everyone in the game unless the enemy is just absolutely snowballing, and like unless you basically have 1 Rax left or something. You will just start owning at that point, so the enemy is on a timer. And if your team isn't completely useless, you will start farming pretty quickly and build up kills and have a pretty good game early because you can participate in pretty much every single fight in the game since your ult is such a low cooldown. The only games where this hero feels bad are the ones where you have a bad lane, your team just gets, ran down, all the towers are gone, and the game just ends in like 25 minutes and you feel like you never had a chance to really do anything. That is the only weakness of the hero, and that's really not being taken advantage of in most pubs. So in most pubs, it just gets to this point where, one throw happens, one high ground push, something happens, and then Spectre ends up getting 4 items, and then from there, you just can't do anything to the hero. The hero just owns anybody. If you show on the map, you just instantly die. And so, honestly, that's why I love Spectre, because I love playing that hero and just winning, but it does need to be nerfed because it is getting kind of annoying. It's getting spammed a ton, and and it is a little bit cheesy in this way, where once you do get to this point, you literally can't show on vision at all, especially as a support, or you just die to this insane combo that this hero can do. Then number 2 is another one, which I kind of don't want to put on here, but I kind of do, and that is Bloodseeker. And the reason why I don't want to put this hero on here is because this hero feels like it has been dead for like a decade. Like, when is the last time Bloodseeker was really in the meta in any real way? I mean, I think it played off lane maybe a few years ago and it was okay, but other than that, it really feels like they keep changing the hero, they keep giving it stuff, adding things, taking things away, and it was never really a hero that was in the meta, that never really found its place, and now it finally found something to do that's actually good at, and it's actually really, really good at doing what it does with this magic damage build in a carry position where you just go for tankiness and just magic damage in this AoE with your Ags. And it's pretty cool that they ended up making this Ags kind of work, because when it first came out, it was like, this is terrible, like, why would you ever get this? And now we're like, oh, you can kind of see how this all works together once we finally found a good build for it. And now it's kind of destroying pubs, like the win rate is absurd. So I don't want this hero to get giga nerfed, like I don't want to destroy it and like change it in any drastic way. Maybe the numbers just need to come down a little bit. Maybe the shield or something needs to come down. It needs to be like not as much lifesteal, or the shield has like not as much of a max shield that you can get. Something about it needs to just not be as good, and then I think it can still have a place, but it can't just be like running over everything, just absolutely destroying games. That's, I think, what needs to happen. I don't want to see the hero deleted. I just want to see the hero nerfed a little bit. And then the last hero at number 1, we have Lina. And I don't think anybody is going to disagree with this. I mean, maybe you might say Bloodseeker's more annoying now that it got like really good, or Spectre's annoying from the carry position. But honestly, Lina is just super annoying because it is really cheesy. It's really one-dimensional. You kind of just get your Ags, and then you just walk up to people and you just do 10,000 damage in one combo. It's really absurd. It just feels like it shouldn't work that way. Lina just walks up to him like, delete, like you don't exist anymore. Like, there are things in the game like Doom and these other spells that do delete heroes, or are really good at taking heroes out of the game. But I mean, come on, this is just like, you in one stun, in like a 1 second, you're just gone. You don't exist anymore. You're off the map, you're out of the game. It's just kind of absurd and ridiculous, and it's low cooldown. It feels very cheesy. And then this hero also has the right click that you can kind of incorporate into that later on in the game to push towers and even do a little bit extra follow-up damage. It just doesn't feel great right now. I'd rather go back to the more right click centric Lina. That's my favorite Lina. I like Lina played that way, so I'd rather that kind of be the build. I mean, maybe you can have this magic damage thing that is incorporated into the kit to be like, here's an option, or here's a way to, maybe you go magic damage in the beginning and then transition back into right click damage or something like that. But I just hate, and I think everyone hates, that you are just going to go straight into magic damage, only magic damage, and you can do like 10,000 magic damage later in the game. That just seems absurd, and it really shouldn't be that way, I think. So those are my top 5 heroes that I want to see nerfed in this next patch. Let me know what you think, if you think I missed a hero. I know I didn't mention Morphling. I know Brood's pretty good. Maybe people don't really like Earthshaker. I personally like the Earthshaker's good whenever it's being played as a core, even though it can be annoying. So, let me know if you think one of those heroes should really be nerfed ahead of one of the ones I mentioned. And as always, guys, if you like the video, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.